the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Milwaukee, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they're rolling. And we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there. And so is the unrivaled production.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And a small forward. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Len in at the 5. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you had, and you are, let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase. Yes. Right around December, that's about your 5th year marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the floor.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah,
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. Young's shot is off. And just about a minute into the first quarter. White dishes to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And rising with such ease, Markkanen likes to get up top to bring it down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Young. Hunter. It's all in by the Bulls. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
And here's Young, following Otto Porter's 3. Pass to Len. Young outside. Back to Len to end the run. The shot comes out, and it's Chicago the other way. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now, here's Hunter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Clock at 4. Here's Young, and the call.
Блин, что фалит-то?
Sends him to the line.
The mentality of Trae Young: shoot first, shoot often, keeps defenders very active. In this case, too active.
You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young grew on. But it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
And so Young nails them both. And Brett, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of a Steph Curry.
For the Hawks, Jabari Parker's checked in for Alex Landon. Turner comes in for Hutter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Huerter. The Hawks trail by 7. Young outside. Stolen by Saturansky. Ahead. Throws up. And done with the slam.
And Dunn is just an astonishing dunker, slamming it home with some real force.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Poked away. Collins finds Parker. Young taking his time here. Inside. Collins. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
And another turnover here by Chicago.
And taking a look at some numbers for Young. Last year, getting it done. He was around 19 points per game last year. 8 assists and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up and he's really delivered.
Now, here is Young. He had 19 points in the win against Charlotte.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
It's pretty clear that Collins is settling in to the strengths of his game.
To the left side wing. Saturansky, the pass to Dunn. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 5. And it's Parker in the corner. Valentine grabs the board.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And the whistle blows. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Jones is checked in for Atlanta. Dunn against Young. Dunn kicks to Valentine. Launches it. No good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys are doing to chip in for that win. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And he banks in the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go. And that's good.
So for Chicago right now, Thomas
Ay,
Saturansky is out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 spot. And the shot is good. The Chicago leaders in fact with just 3 points on the basket from Parsons.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Now, here's Dunn after the miss from Evan Turner. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Odom.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernandez. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Hunter's checked in for Jabari Parker, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. On the free throw, no good. The number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about...
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Another foul would give him 3.
Alex Len's checked in for Damian Jones. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Parsons outside. Ball's knocked loose. Carter with it. Picked up by Turner. And then Carter with the dunk.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Yeah, looking up at the score, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Parsons against Markkanen. Here's Len. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Pretty good concentration there. The more touches Len is getting on the inside, it seems like the confidence is growing.
Here's White. A stupendous finish in traffic. White's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Bulls.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
White against Turner. Pass to Huerter. Six to shoot. Hunter no good. Chicago leading by 9.
This Hawks team built around youth, and probably the most attention-getting younger player is Trae Young. What an unbelievable second half to his rookie season. Almost challenging Luka Doncic for the Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, an incredible shooter, but plays with a tremendous amount of confidence. And we'll see how far that confidence can take this young core as they continue to grow under their young coach, Lloyd Pierce.
Carter, second chance effort. Good work defensively by Carter. Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. White drives in. That's in there. Carter with the assist. White's got 4 this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the question for Young now, can he reach the level Curry had?
I think that question is just completely misplaced. We're going to just try to let Trae Young be the best version of himself. He reminds you of Steph Curry, but those accomplishments are, I think, a little bit out of reach, Kevin. Trae Young does have in front of him an unbelievable opportunity here in Atlanta to become and push his potential as far as he wants it to go.
Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustments.
He's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Jabari Parker comes in for Hutter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Trae Young subbed in for Turner. The Bulls also changing it up. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Valentine.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. Kick out to Levine. Now the pass to Satoransky over Young. Another one falls for Chicago.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
From deep three-point range. Amazing.
Unreal.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot. They just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chicago was looking great right away. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush, going on an aggressive 9-0 run at the start. They did not slow down much, as by the end of the quarter, they were still up 11. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do, take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Zach Levine, he's really been playing well.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Young and Herter make up the back. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
No good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And let's catch up with our sideline report. Oh, the power on that Pruden.
Unreal.
So aggressive once he gets high. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. In the corner, Herter with it. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago leading by 20. And Levine, here we go. And Levine with the slam.
And you got to like the vision for marking it. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Here's Herter, started by Levine. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here. Jones is checked in. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for Levine. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. White. Collins grabs the miss.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Jones dishes to Collins. 5 to shoot. Herder, no good.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Outside, White. There's Porter with the 3. They get it again. Carter, the pass to Young. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Kicks to Collins. Young outside. Shoots over White. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good by Porter. Brent, for your money, who's the most complete player in the NBA right now?
Over the course of the past 2 years, nobody has impressed me more with his complete game than Kevin Durant. What he has done defensively has just been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like Harden, you have guys like LeBron James, who are incredible players.
And Kawhi,
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in the game.
And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years, and sometimes 4, when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Walker's checked in for the Hawks. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herder. Chicago also making some changes. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for White.
Drawing a foul down low. Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
And that one's good. Parker.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Valentine, and the jam by Valentine.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That one misses. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. It's game one of a 3-game road trip. And yes, it's good.
It can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's Satoransky. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Trae Young. Bulls have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The first one and check in for the Hawks. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Poke loose. Fast break, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Collins. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one is out. Chicago making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Valentine, and Levine subbed in for Dunn. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Hawks shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Reddish the pass to Young. Misses the 3.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Takes a 3, and he got that one up and down, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, they've got Levine, and it's Felicio in at the 5, roaming the paint. Passes to Levine. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or 2, that after that 2nd season or 3rd season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's Cram. He kicks to Turner. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Crab. The Hawks again can't hit.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Cornette kicks to Levine. Pass to Felicio. Over Len. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Bembry. They need this. Crab in the corner. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Cornette. And so it's Archie Diacono with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no basketball. And there's the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Jones checked in for Alex Len. And Chicago also making a switch. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Levine, here we go. Bucket is good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Turner passes to Crab. Brent with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA. Which stat do you personally hold most value?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
He misses the first. And he sinks the second. 1:10 left here in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Knocks it loose. And Young kicks to Bembry. Parsons finds Crab. Here's Fernando. Here's Bembry. The shot's good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew. thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Basketball fans to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him, and now he gets to break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, he likes it.
DA, take it away.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And Bill, talking about the Pacers and the history of this franchise, what are some of your favorite eras of Indiana Pacer basketball? And maybe it goes back to the ABA days.
Yeah, they didn't have the ABA in Boston. I never saw any of those games. Yeah. I just saw them through the little books and the magazines, but it was like this alternate league happening. I didn't know if it was real or not. They came really close in the mid-90s, and there was a great lost Indiana-Orlando series that went 7 and was really entertaining. Orlando up winning. That one was good. I thought in 98 they took the Bulls and Jordan to the brink. And that was the closest I thought the Bulls came to losing the series out of any of those 6 title years. So those would probably be the 2 highlights. The 2000 finals, they were a little closer to beating the Lakers than I think people realize.
It's a history lesson every time I sit down.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Markin and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point and for the Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. Victor Oladipo is out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's McDermott in at the small forward. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by Carter. Levine against Oladipo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, you know, the quickness of Levine. Difficult to neutralize that. He'll go to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
First free throw is good. Well, you want to talk about efficiency in less than 25 minutes a game. Domantas Sabonis averaged over 9 rebounds, hit nearly 60% from the field. Was a three-point threat, and he came off the bench.
And a great contract. I mean, one of the best value guys in the league because, you know that he can play on a playoff team and get big minutes. And I think the most interesting thing for me with him is I'm not sure him and Turner should be on the same team. I think he could be the kind of stretch 5 who can also go inside and bang some bodies for a really good team. And when you have him and Turner together, it's just too easy to go small and kind of exploit one of them. At some point, they're going to have to pick between those two guys. And it might even be right now. Like literally right now, this second.
Right now.
Now that
you're watching the game?
Yeah.
Now, here's Oladipo. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he blitzed on that one.
So you think about Victor Oladipo's breakthrough with the Pacers. They were criticized for that trade, sending away Paul George. But you know what? Oladipo became an all-star.
Absolutely. He certainly surprised me. I was one of the biggest critics of that trade. I just didn't understand it. I think Oladipo at that point was making $20 million a year and had really been relegated to an unimportant sidekick in Oklahoma City. And within 2 months, it was just clear he changed his career. He's a franchise guy. His defense is excellent, and it's really the thing that sets him apart for me. He's a really good two-way player, and you can't say that about a lot of guys.
Yep, it counts.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
The Pacers have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Let's start for them. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so it's Indiana with it. After the Bulls pick up 2. McConnell with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Pass to Sabonis. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bill, on the topic of Victor Oladipo, his role includes some pretty big shoes to fill, at least in name alone, Paul George.
Right.
That's a big void to fill.
Right. I think he's better than Paul George potentially as a franchise guy because the one thing with Paul George, once he became the guy on the Pacers, he didn't handle it that great. And I felt like from a leadership standpoint, it was pretty hit or miss. And the he was on that team the last 2 years he was there. Oladipo has embraced Indiana. He loves that team. He wants that to be a championship contender for years, and he wants to do it in Indiana. You're not going to hear about him trying to get to LA in 5 years or any of that stuff. He wants to be in Indiana. I think when you're a small market team, you got to find guys like that.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad he wants to stay there.
It's good. We'll see. We'll see if Giannis will do the same in Milwaukee.
I hope he does. Do you?
We'll see.
Now done after Wendell Carter missed from long range. And again, Chicago. No good. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Here's Sabonis. it's Chicago with the rebound. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Here's Dunn, and Dunn with the slam.
You know, Kevin, this is what you do when you're not a high percentage jump shooter. You pressure the defense by attacking the rim.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now, here's Sabonis. Porter pulls it in.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And Young slams it home.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Here's McConnell after the Bulls pick up 2. Pass to Sabonis. Back to McConnell. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Carter pulls it in. The kick out to Porter. Back to Dunn. It goes. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Sederansky. He's out there with Chris Dunn. Valentine out there with Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 spot.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I agree with you there.
Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some more players.
stay competitive. So they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Tell you what, the length of Dunn really creates problems for the opposition. He's so good at getting his hands in the passing lane and coming up with steals.
Now here is Holiday. Passes it to Brogdon. Rebound by the Bulls.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than them. So they feel the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talked about, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing it.
Now here's White. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And let's check out the stats for Miles Turner. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season, over 2.5 blocks and 7 rebounds. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, you know, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
Outside layup. Stolen by Markkanen. And there's the pass to Hutchison. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Number 1, Miles Turner.
It happens so often. I say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
First one, cross court. And some changes here for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Turner. Doug McDermott comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Holiday. And Chicago also making a switch. Porter's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And so here is Indiana. It's a 14-point game. Bounce pass from McConnell. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the half. To the inside, trying to get something going. That's good by Lee.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
White with it. Hands the 12-footer. White's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
All right. Here's your number right here.
Yeah, you have my number. Call me.
Hey, Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
And the Pacers with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Leaf. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah,
you look across the board, it's actually shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's McConnell after the Bulls pick up 2. Oladipo taking his time here. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Bulls ending the second quarter on a 14-4 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. It's the 2K Sports halftime show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. Chicago was looking great right away. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent possessions early. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3 ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
The field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. That's a level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. T.J. McConnell is out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's McDermott in at the small forward position. Markkanen good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
To the paint. A shot by Sabonis, nobody around. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Here's Levine, a beautiful reverse layup. Levine's got 6 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Oladipo misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Bulls have got critical lines of they're perfect in 4 attempts.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Lamb, he's checked in for McDermott. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Oladipo. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
Guys, it's always fun to watch a player ascend from role player to star, and that's exactly what's happened with Levine, and it's been fun to watch.
So the Pacers call timeout. They're first of the game.
And the him last year. Averaged about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Now here is Holiday. Lamb with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Brogdon. To stop the run.
Да, блин.
Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's Saturansky following the score by Miles Turner.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Thursday, they'll start out on the road and play the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. The Bulls have gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. So guys, Brogdon not a player that turns heads, but man, is he an efficient threat on the floor.
And he's been a great three-point shooter really since his rookie year. His field goal percentage continues to climb and has evolved into one of the best free throw shooters in the game.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
Oh, good. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would do.
And Indiana making a change here. Holiday's checked in. There's 1:26 left in the third. Pass to Saturansky. Now done. The 3 from Valentine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists in the game. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now, here's Brogdon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Putting up a goose egg bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Sabonis. Holiday against Dunn. Brogdon outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back loose. And so Indiana again turning it over. He's checked in for Brogdon. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Porter comes in for Valentine. Zach LaVine's checked in for Saturansky. And it's White in for Dunn. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's McConnell. Can they get it? Good defensive work there by Young.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys that will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And so it's Chicago going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Chicago right now, we've got White, and it's Arcidiacono in at the one spot. The 11-footer, Leaf. That shot missing, and it's Chicago the other way. Stolen by Holiday. Passes it to Johnson. It's deflected. Another shot. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And Cornette gets it to go. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Back to Johnson. He dishes it to Holiday. 5 on the clock. From deep. Once again, off the mark by Indiana.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And the shot goes down.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Here's McConnell. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the shot goes in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
White against Howard. And they get it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for your Pacers, Justin Holiday. 2 shots. And the first one. We've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The pass to be Johnson. For a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chris Dunn.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Holiday. Johnson, a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here is Sadaransky. Pass to Felicio. Another one falls for Chicago.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.